Thank you for joining us. I'm going to talk about a pretty simple process in Sage 100C manufacturing or JobOps, and that is how to post inventory costs to a work ticket. There's three ways to post inventory costs to a work ticket in JobOps. One is to post the cost directly from purchase order. Another way is to post the costs from parts usage entry in the JobOps module. And the third way is to post the cost directly from work ticket entry. And I'm going to show you each of these. So I'm in Sage 100, and I'm going to go into purchase order, and I'll show you the purchase order that I've created already. So we'll open the purchase order. And my purchase order number is 276. If we look at the lines of the purchase order, you can see that this item code has been associated with this work ticket. So when we do a receipt of goods against this, it's going to go ahead and post those costs directly to the work ticket, post that item to the work ticket. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go to receipt of goods entry. Select my purchase order, receive the item. Again, it'll go directly to the work ticket. We'll accept that, and we'll print the receipt of goods register. So go ahead and print that. I'm using paperless office, so this will come up on the screen in a moment. And you'll go ahead and see that the work ticket is referenced here, the item code and the unit costs accordingly. So let's go ahead and close that and accept the update. And I'll print the daily transaction register. I did included vendor's invoice. So this is going to be a debit to inventory and a credit to purchases clearing as normal. Now, it was a debit to inventory, not work in process. So if we go over to Sage Manufacturing, and in the main section, we always want to make sure that at the end of the day, that we print and update the daily parts usage register as well. So go ahead and print that. Once again, that's paperless office. And what this is going to do is take the item out of inventory and issue it to the work ticket. So you'd see that there's the, well, it's on another page. There we go. All these items, all these different dates. So you can see that it's going to come out of inventory and go to work in process. So we want to make sure that we do that at the end of each day. Now I didn't choose my cutoff date there, so it's not going to do it, but you can see how that's going to post. Another way, and this is actually a more common way, is to take the item out of inventory. It's already been received in the inventory and issue it to the work ticket via parts usage entry. So I'm in Sage Manufacturing, and I'm going to go to the time section. So this is where we would typically enter time. And as a matter of fact, during employee time entry, you can simultaneously issue parts to a work ticket. But I'm going to go ahead and go straight to parts usage. We won't deal with the employee time in this presentation. And I'll select the work ticket. This is work ticket 1741, and I want to do step 10. And there's all the items that are on my work ticket. As you can see, I've designed my screen to show me the quantity required. I can also pull up, by which to do so, the quantity used. So we can see not only the quantity required, but the quantity used. And you can see there's that item that we just did the receipt of goods on. Now for the other items, we can just simply type in the quantity being used. So I'll type in the number 1, do a down arrow, like that. There's also an option to do auto issue, which will automatically fill in all of the quantities accordingly, and it'll fill in with the quantities not used. So if the quantity required was 10, we'd already used 4, then it would fill in with a quantity of 6. But I'm just going to go ahead and do these 2 lines. Go ahead and update that. And that has issued those items directly to the work ticket. So let's go to the work ticket and take a look at that. So I'm going to access the work ticket from work ticket edit, call up work ticket 1741. And we'll call up step 10 and go to the parts entry. So now you can see that the item that I received from purchase order has been issued to the work ticket. Under the column quantity used, the 2 items that I issued from parts usage have been issued to the work ticket as well. But these other items have not, which brings us to the third way of issuing the parts to the work ticket. And you can simply type in the quantity used. Now, before I do that, I want you to notice something here. The quantity on hand for this item is 108. So I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to use 1. And I'm going to exit the line, and I'm going to come back to that field. Oh, make sure I type in the number 1. There we go. Come back to the field, and now you can see that the quantity in stock is 107. And the reason for that is JobOps, or Sage 100C manufacturing, uses a functionality that they call dynamic inventory. And what dynamic inventory does is immediately take the item out of inventory as soon as you tell the system that it's been used. Unlike everywhere else in Sage 100, there's actually not a register or update that has to be printed and updated to take the item out of inventory. It does it automatically, and it does it in real time. And in fact, we can look at those dynamic inventory transactions right here where the item is taken out. Now, there's still that daily parts usage update to do at the end of the day so that the costs get posted to work in process, so that the costs follow along the way that they're supposed to follow along, and it then updates to the general ledger. But the dynamic inventory has already affected the inventory module and the quantity on hand, and has made transactions for that item automatically, which I think is pretty cool. Thank you very much.